Hey, happy Saturday. It is glorious outside. It's October 26th, 1:30 in the afternoon. My name is April. I'm your host, and you're listening to the Lily Pad Podcast. So I'm hoping you guys are having a great Saturday so far. Mine's been very productive. I had to wake up early to go to the bank because earlier this week. Now, I can't express enough to always pay attention to your accounts because when you notice something weird going on, which I did, you gotta pounce. You gotta take care of that situation. I saw a couple of charges that I didn't authorize. So, like I said, I pounced, jumped into action, had them cancel the card that is associated with it because, I'm not about to have any more charges get on my account because it's been a hassle enough as it is. But my credit union, they're awesome. Like I said, they canceled my card. I went in this morning, got a new card. They filled out all the forms. I'm trying to get the money back. It's about $164 that was taken out of my account that I didn't authorize. So here's hoping that I get that money back. And then, of course, Saturday mornings, the family comes over. And when I say family, I mean uncles and cousins, things like that. Sometimes my brother will come over. I call it the meeting of the minds because there's always interesting conversations. There's obviously coffee and, stuff to eat, whether it's usually coffee rolls. My Uncle Pat brings coffee rolls, and sometimes Ma Dukes will bake something or whatever. But there's always some sort of baked goods floating around on the table. Sometimes it turns into Sambuca Saturdays. Sometimes we crack open the Super Bowl. I don't know where that came from. The Sambuca. I don't drink that stuff. Is nasty. I don't do black licorice. However, my family seems to enjoy it, so sometimes they'll do a shot or two. It's kind of fun to watch. So yeah, they hung out, did that whole thing, and it was a good day so far. Very good day so far. When we come back, I'm going to talk about my home project that I handled. Oh, let me rephrase that. My brother and I handled, because what we accomplished in a week, I would not have been able to do it without him. We basically, we surprised Ma Dukes with a little, like I said, home project that she didn't realize was going to be complete when she came home from vacation. So, don't go anywhere. We'll be back on the Lily Pad. Okay, and we're back. And I meant to tell you in the first segment that noise you're hearing kind of in the background is my laundry room because, I need to multitask almost every day, so hey, why not do laundry while I'm recording, right? Because, who doesn't love the tranquil sound of the washing machine and dryer while recording an audio segment on your podcast, right? Anyway, so what I mentioned earlier was the home project that my brother and I tackled when Mom was away. So we have a set of stairs in the house, like most people, and good set of stairs, just been neglected for many, many years. They really needed a nice little facelift. So she left for Pennsylvania early one Sunday morning, and I waited for the text that she was really, out of state so that I knew she wasn't coming back. And then I took the crowbar or whatever that tool was and I started prying off because they had the little stair treads. We had stair treads on the steps. The old shag, greeny, pretty. They were probably pretty when they really were put on first. Obviously 50 years later, they're not as pretty as they were. But, so I start prying these things off the stairs, right? And you can vacuum stuff as much as you can, but, once the dust and things over the years, stuff gets underneath your carpets. So I'm prying this stuff up, and, I didn't cover my face or anything, so I'm trying not to breathe any of this crap in. And I'm going through the steps, and then I'm realizing as I'm pulling these, carpet pieces off, that they're screwed in, so that they're, stayed secure all these years. And my grandfather, he used quite a bit of screws, a lot of them. So I took out what I could as far as those were concerned. But apparently, and I didn't realize this because I'm not, a real tool type person, so I knew I had screwdrivers and I took out the ones I could, but some of them I just couldn't get, the grip to get those things turning and out of the stairs. So my brother was planning on coming over anyway the next day, which he did. And he said, I guess the bits were bad on the screwdrivers that we had. So all the more reason for me to want to go to Home Depot or somewhere to get a nice set of screws. Nice set. And I want to get different sizes, things like that. So he spent like the entire day here. He took the screws out. I went to Home Depot, got some wood fill and some the caulking. Is that what it's called? I guess that's what it's called. I think it is. So he put the wood fill in. We took, cleaned it up, this and that, let it dry. The next day I did some sanding. He came over the following day, touched that up, did a few other things. And then I think it was Wednesday of that week, I did the first coat of paint. Thursday I did the second coat of paint. Friday I took off because I had people at the house. And let me tell you, so I have what is called BPV, benign positional vertigo, in my right ear. Doesn't always flare up. Sometimes it does. It really depends on, the ear, I guess. And it's pretty common. A lot of people apparently have this. And it's I guess what it is it's the little ear crystals in the ear canals. They get dislodged or something, and then they... Laundry's done. Anyway, so the little crystals get dislodged, and then they start going into areas where they're not supposed to, and then they wreak havoc in your ear. So it depends, so if you're having a flare-up, you can get dizzy very easily. And, vertigo, if you don't know what that is, it's really dizzy, and if you're not careful, you can fall or walk into things. So it's a serious situation because you do want to be mindful of it. So back to the stairs. So when I was painting, excuse me, I did the sides of the stairs and then the vertical part of the stairs, the back part of the stairs. And on the horizontal part, the part that you step on, I did the sides, just like, a couple inches. And I left the middle part, the main area where you step on, I left that alone. Did all of that. Then I went back down to the bottom step. So then I had a can of paint kind of on the step, kind of behind where I was standing. And I put the paint on the paintbrush. I had my hand on the railing, and I was leaning over, and I did half of the step. And then I had to kind of bend over and I was basically upside down and painting the rest of the step. Now, why didn't I kneel, you ask? It's because my knees would not allow that to happen. Getting older, we get little issues, things like that. And so kneeling was probably not going to be a good option for me at this point. So I'm saying to myself, okay, just don't let go of the railing, stand up slowly. Luckily, I wasn't having any kind of vertigo issues, so that was great. So the painting came out great. And then last Saturday, so this was a week ago, last Saturday, I put the new stair treads on. And let me tell you, the first two stairs I measured, and I put the steps, the thingies on the steps. They were both slightly crooked. You can't really tell unless you're really, really looking. So I'm going to just say it adds character. But the rest of the stairs, I eyeballed based on those top two. So I'd put the mat down, or the stair tread down. Then I'd go to the top of the stairs and I'd look. And I'd see how it, matched with the treads above it. Fix it accordingly, back and forth, back and forth. Now, mind you, I should have had my phone in my hand this whole time because I think I did like 10,000 steps last week. Every single step, I went up and down at least 2 to 3 times before I stuck them to the adhesive, because apparently there's this adhesive double back tape that you put on the stair and then you stick the thingy on and then you're done. So that being said, between doing that whole process, I'm leaning on the stairs and I'm trying to be as precise as I can. They actually came out really, really nice. What a difference. So I couldn't move. Like last Saturday, not even kidding, I finished at 4 o'clock. And I was so physically tired. Not the kind of tired that I wanted to go to bed. Just from the neck down, my body was like, nope, you are not doing a darn thing the rest of the weekend. So after those were done, I stared at them multiple times, and I took all kinds of pictures and videos, things like that. It was actually quite entertaining, especially the days that Michael was here. He made it very fun, but I wouldn't have been able to accomplish this task without him. So yeah, I took a shower, and I dragged myself to the chair in my kitchen, and I basically watched television all night. The stairs came out absolutely beautiful. I will post a couple of pictures on Facebook. I'll do the before and after because they are They are nice. And I was pretty proud of myself, to be honest with you, because I'd never done anything like that before. So now at least I know I can. Will I? Never again. But I know I can. So that being said, I want to hear your stories. Have you ever done a home project? And I want all the details. Email april@thelilypadpodcast.com. I want to hear your stories. And the ones that go, terribly wrong, or if something just, goes awry, anything. I want to hear those funny stories and those crazy stories and the results from said stories, because were they success? Was it a success? Was it a failure? I want to know. Inquiring minds, or just me, inquiring mind. Anyway, that being said, we'll be back on the Lily Pad. Hey, you guys, it is now Sunday afternoon. It's 12:20. So my previous two segments were yesterday, but I never finished, and I'm embarrassed. Not really. It was a gorgeous Saturday. A friend called and said, "Hey, what are you doing right now?" "I'm working in my garage building shelves. You want to come hang out?" So I was like, "Sure, why not? I'm not doing anything." So I, saved what I recorded, shut everything down, and took off. Don't mind the noises in the background. I know I've mentioned this before. I find that it adds character to my show, because I'm always bumping into something like this right here. You're hearing, that's the cord. And that subtle, tranquil noise in the, that steady noise is either my little fake fireplace heater or it's the laundry in the other room. So, but yeah, those noises used to annoy the hell out of me, but now I find that they just add, more flavor. So, so yesterday I went to my friend Jeff's house, and he was building shelves in his garage. I got there, and all of the contents of his garage were out on his backyard, the lawn. Lots of stuff. Not compared to some, though. So he was, cutting stuff with, the electric drill there, and he was, he had nails and screws, and I ended up helping. Because you were getting all the brackets up along the wall, because he was putting, wall length shelves. It looks really nice. He did a really good job. I know he's not done yet, but he did good for what I saw, at least yesterday anyway. So, so that was entertaining. But yeah, that's why I didn't finish the show yesterday, because, I got sidetracked. It happens. We all do it. But I'm back right now. It's a rainy Sunday. Oh, I thought I don't know if you can hear that, but my cat is bellowing upstairs. Yeah, so it's Sunday afternoon, 12:22. In a few hours, the Patriots are playing the Browns. So we're 7-0, and after today, it'll be 8-0. 8-0, however you guys say that. I'm not a real big football sports commentator type, but I am a fan of my home team, so go Pats. Browns are going to get squashed. So, and my prediction is 37-13 final score. Hopefully that'll pan out. Those of you out there who are football or any kind of sport fan, but if you are a football fan primarily, who is your favorite team and why? Email me, April at thelilypadpodcast.com. Want to hear your stories? And like I said, today's a rainy day. I think, I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to put some kind of like, oh, I can hear someone's on the move upstairs. That's what I love about being in the basement of my house, you guys, not to sidetrack from the music I'm going to play, which is probably going to be kind of laid back sort of thing. But I can always tell where Ma Dukes is in the house. If she's going to get someone at the door, if she's down the hall, things like that. Like I said, these noises, they add flavor, and I don't mind it. I don't mind it. So that being said, we're going to take a break. I'm going to throw a couple of tunes on for you, and we'll be right back. And nothing like a little techno to help get the day going, right? Once in a while, I got to throw one in there. I like all kinds of music. Techno is one of them. So I'm going to wrap things up in about 15 minutes. The game starts. So I am a Pats fan. I'm not going to watch the whole game, but I will watch bits and pieces. I like to check in here and there. What I'm really interested in doing right now is going upstairs and curling up on the couch to watch a movie or two or three. And one of them will be about vampires. I like vampire movies. I like them. So email me anytime. What is your favorite vampire movie and why? And what is your least favorite and why? Tell me a football story. You know, people go hang out with their friends when the game is on, or they come to your, if you have people come to your house and you host football parties, things like that. Some very interesting experiences come from these little events. So shoot those my way as well. Happy week. I know we all have to get up tomorrow and go to work, so hopefully you like your job and the people you work with, because that definitely helps the day go by. So I'm going to leave you with something very relaxing and something very calming. And we'll be seeing you on the lily pad.